What is good, TPA Podcast? It's your boy Big Holla. We are back with another podcast, and I got a special guest with me today. Go ahead, introduce yourself.
What's going on, y'all? My name is IFY.
Listen, we got Iffy in the building. First of all, how'd you get your name?
My name is IFY. Like, I was born in Nigeria, so
Okay.
that's like the short version. But my full name is IFY. So
Okay.
yeah, I was born in Nigeria, and then I moved here when I was 5.
Okay. What was the difference do you really feel like you grew up in Nigeria at all, or do you remember that part of life?
I don't feel like I grew up there. So, like I said, when I was born there, came here when I was 5, so it's not as vivid.
Yeah.
So I visited 2 other times.
Yeah.
But besides that, yeah, not really.
What part of Nigeria?
Lagos.
Lagos?
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
See, a lot of people, they say Lagos.
Yeah.
But we tend to always say Lagos.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know a lot of Nigerian people. I used to work at Dillard's. It's like a lot of Nigerian people that used to come through there because like the lady I worked with in Polo, she was Nigerian. So
for real?
Yeah. So she had literally like every Nigerian in Atlanta would come get their Polo from that spot, bro.
Wait, what type of vibe did she give you?
What you mean?
Vibe like in terms like
she was like a mother
energy.
to me.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's dope.
Is that not how it usually is?
I mean, it just depends on. Just depends. It really just depends.
Yeah. So what are you into these days?
These days, I just like usually, I will either read or like type for different things. So
Okay.
I ventured out into doing speakings now. So as far as public speaking, I ventured out into doing that just so I could touch a lot more people in different ways.
Yeah. So you got the platform on TikTok. How'd you get that?
So at the time when I first started TikTok, I didn't even want to get on TikTok at first. So you know who WhoaVicky is?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So she's the one that actually told me to get on it. Before it was right at the time when it was blowing up. Well, TikTok was blowing up. So I got on TikTok because of her, because she told me to get on it. And at first, like the first 2 days, I was only posting like stuff that I already had on my Instagram, like because I used to do comedic videos. And then after that, like the third day, I saw a video that went viral, hit like not viral, but hit like 200,000 and like 200,000 views in like 2 hours. And I was like,
it was your video that was like that?
Yeah. It was like, it's that easy? So I think the next day I hit another one that hit like 800,000, and then from there I hit like 100K in that first week. That first
100K followers?
Followers, yeah. In that first week, and from there it was just up. And I thank Vicky ever since because of that, because I got on the platform before everyone else did, which was why it was so easy to blow up at the time.
Was it like pre-COVID that you got on?
It was before COVID. It was because COVID started happening around February, March of 2020. It was 2019, like that December or around there, like, or maybe a little bit before then. So, yes.
So, how much did you know about other platform celebrities? So, like, YouTube had like KSI, Jake Paul. Yeah. I don't know any Twitter celebrity. I don't know any IG celebrities really either like that though. But like, do you think like TikTok was a different, like, fan or follower? Because like Twitter is like a toxic place. You post something on Twitter, you're going to see the depths of hell. Yes. How is TikTok?
Yeah, so you're right. Twitter people, they just be saying anything, pouring their emotions. But yeah, with TikTok, it was more so like a platform for real creators to really just express themselves and show their talents. So with that being said, I was already on Instagram. I already went viral so many times on Instagram. Yeah. In terms of like, I went viral on World Star so many times. Rihanna reposted me, stuff like that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so the niche was already there, so I just transitioned that to TikTok. Okay. And it was really easy. So because I already had a creative mind, it wasn't hard for me to just grow.
Have you ever moved your stuff to YouTube at all?
Yeah, so I actually had a YouTube. Like, I only had like 13K on it, but I would, even with YouTube, like I knew how to strategically grow, because I had 2 videos that hit like 800,000, 500,000. Yeah. And from there it was easy, but I just transitioned myself out of that because I was focused on trying to do other things. Yeah.
Well, what made you not want to do YouTube?
I think because YouTube, you have to understand that I have so much respect for YouTubers, because the amount of consistency, hard work you have to put in because 10-minute videos versus a 1-minute video or even 10, 15-second video on TikTok or Instagram. that people are usually doing,
Yeah.
it's a whole different level. So you can understand like a YouTuber posting either it's 5 times a week or one like every single day. That's a lot.
Yeah, it can get a lot of work. I think once you get big on YouTube, it's really easy to get you like a staff together.
Oh yeah,
to like take care of all of that stuff.
Yeah.
But so you blew up on Instagram and TikTok. Which one do you say like you get the most monetary benefit from?
Definitely TikTok. Now because even though I don't use TikTok as much now, is because I have 2 million now on TikTok.
Yeah.
And I'm verified. So just even being verified is you come off more like serious. People take it more seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah. So even with Instagram, I was doing promotions on Instagram, but I only had like 80,000 at the time before I ventured onto TikTok. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Dang, so from Instagram, because I think you're almost at like 100K right now on Instagram.
Right.
So in the course of you getting to 2 million, you've gained like 10K off of Instagram?
Even with TikTok, I probably gained like 20,000.
20,000?
Yeah, but what's crazy is like not everyone's gonna follow you from TikTok and follow you to Instagram, right?
Yeah.
It just depends. I don't know. Like with me personally, they don't really follow me like that, but they still like my fan base is so strong on TikTok, just because of what I do on TikTok and what I express. Yeah.
So like you ventured into like public speaking and things like that. How different is it to transition like a fan base that is there to laugh, right, into somebody who wants to hear like growth and development speeches?
Right. So even with my TikTok, if you look at my TikTok, it's all about me spreading awareness or light towards other people with different conditions or disabilities, just spreading awareness. So I already had that type of mindset at heart. So just being able to speak about that or just speak about what my vision is or what my message is, it was already easy on the cell because the whole message kind of was the same with my Instagram. As far as like even if I was making community videos, I had a purpose with it because I was telling people it's okay to be themselves no matter what. Yeah.
I think that's pretty dope. That's a really good message. I think that's probably why you grow so much, right? Because people who are genuine and let people know they can be themselves, those are usually the people who win in the long run. Like you always got those people who go for like shock value stuff.
Yeah.
But when you're like genuine, you get like a real fan base.
Right. I mean, you just have to understand that at the end of the day, you're doing it for what you feel you love, or just the mission that you're trying to carry out, not what other people want you to do. So a lot of times in the world, people will ask you what you want to do just to tell you what you want to do or what they want you to do. So
So which one do you get more negative comments on, Instagram or TikTok?
It's crazy because it's definitely TikTok, only because I have more traction on TikTok, but the negative comments will come from the people that I talk about. So I'm like, if you look at my TikTok, if I'm talking about someone with a condition, whether it's hydrocephalus, which is a buildup of fluid in the brain, which their head gets increasingly large, or someone with harlequin ichthyosis, which is their skin grows 10 times faster than a normal human, they look pink, people will bash them. Like they'll say the most ignorant things to them, regardless of how they want the person to feel. Like they just don't care. So I see that, and it makes me more empathetic to just trying to make the ignorance broken. So just trying to break that norm.
So what got you interested in like looking into all this stuff to like make these videos about?
When I was going viral on Instagram, I would see so many negative comments on my page too, because I would do a lot of like silly videos that were crazy. So when I started getting a lot of hateful comments, I started also seeing people that had different conditions, and that one person, I forgot what condition they had, but the first time I seen someone like that was completely different, I saw how much hate they got, and it almost resonated towards me. So it made me that much more empathetic into venturing out to research people with different conditions and stuff like that. And it made me wonder, like, why isn't this portrayed in the media or just things like that as much as other things that are negative or stuff like that? Because it just made me like realize that a lot of people in the world, they deal with so much and they hide behind closed doors because they don't want to be seen or they don't want to be judged or hated. So it made me want to bring that to light so other people can understand.
That's super. I would have never guessed to like look like, because I watch like a lot of informational stuff, like knowledge based like YouTube videos and things like that, but I have never thought to like look into something like that. What's like one of the most appreciative messages that you've received from like somebody who you follow?
I've received a lot. I would say the ones that tell me that you saved my life from mostly is mental health.
Yeah.
A lot of people deal with mental health just from social media alone, and they've told me many times that you saved my life from suicide, just by watching your videos or listening to your message.
Yeah.
So it just makes me keep going every single day, because you touch one live, you want to touch more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever wanted to quit?
There was a period of time when I wanted to quit when I was only on Instagram, because I felt like my stuff had already become so saturated or like just so stagnant, and I had a time where a lot of people were not supporting me because I was doing stuff that was just not what they appealing to them.
Yeah.
So I did want to quit at that time, but I told myself at the end of the day, you have to look at the light at the end of the tunnel, so just keep going regardless.
So like your relationship with WhoaVicky, how did that start?
When I was at UGA, I met her through other friends, and we actually did a video together. It was like a silly video. Then they were gonna post it. That's how I met Vicky at the time. That was in 2017.
Okay.
That was like when Vicky was like, say her prime.
Yeah.
Her prime, right? So when everyone really hated her, for real.
Really?
Yeah, like, cause they always like, why does she think she's black, stuff like that. So that was during that time. But it's crazy because Vicky is one of the most, like, she's one of the most nicest. She's like the nicest people I've ever met, and she's misjudged and just stuff like that. So after knowing her for years now, like, I really like respect her just because of her hustle and because of what she does for the people behind closed doors. And man, yeah,
that's what's up. But so you talk about like the perception of WhoaVicky. How do you feel like your perception is to who you really are on the internet?
My perception to who I am is authentic. I think now people really know what I stand for and what I want to do. I think before, when I was doing the silly videos, it was like, is this guy like just trolling, or is he really like this? People would think I'm on drugs, because like I really do like I had the bathtub video. I was in the bathtub drinking wine, and that was a video that Rihanna and other celebrities reposted.
Yeah.
And they didn't really truly know the message behind what I was doing, but now they really do, because of how I'm able to express that through TikTok.
Yeah. How do you remember the first celebrity who posted you?
Oh, the first celebrity. There were a lot of celebrities, but the first one, I think it was Niecy Nash. I don't know if you know, but she's on TNT and stuff like that. Ariana Grande even reposted me on her story.
How did that feel?
It's crazy. I'm telling you, I remember the exact day and the exact time. It was November 1st, 10 a.m. And bro, when I tell you, as soon as Rihanna had posted me, I started getting like notifications from people, and I was like, these are the same people that were already like doubting me because of the videos before.
For real?
Yes, bro. So
like your friends was hitting you up like, oh, Rihanna posted.
Yes. It was like it was even people that like had unfollowed me before.
What?
And they were like sending me the videos, and it just made me really come to the realization that people are not gonna really always love you. Yeah. Most of the time, they're just gonna love you for what they can, how they can benefit towards you. Yeah. Advantageous. So that it just put everything into perspective.
That is so, yeah. Like that happened to me when The Rock posted like a clip. I reacted to his
for real?
Feature with Tech Nine.
My right? God.
Yeah. So he posted that, and like, cause he had posted other reactors who did it, right? And I seen them. I'm happy for them. Yeah. Right. But he was posting like one. Then like 10 hours later, he'll post another one. He posted 4, and mine was the second to last one. So mine was 3rd. Yeah. I was just like, what? So I didn't know he posted me at first. And then I started getting my ding, 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 follow. I'm like, what?
How'd that feel?
It was crazy. Like, I'm not going to say I was used to it by that point. Yeah. But like, because the first time I ever seen myself in a video, Will Smith posted me on his YouTube channel.
Wow.
Yeah. And Will Smith is like, if there's like one human who is like,
he's a legend.
Yeah, legend. Yeah, to me. So I'm like, he did a video called YouTube Almost Killed Me. It was his first year of ever starting YouTube, and it was like his end of the year wrap up.
Wow.
And I'm watching it, And I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? And I see, I'm like, no, I think somebody sent it to me. They was like, yo, Will Smith, you're on Will Smith video. Like, nah.
So the Will Smith one felt better than the Rock one?
Yeah, Will Smith, because it was first.
Yeah.
That was the first time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was like in 2018.
And I remember when Will Smith got on YouTube, because when he got on YouTube or just even social media, it was like he blew up so fast.
Yep.
Wow, that's special, bro.
He was like the quickest Instagram account to 1 million followers.
Yes. You got to send me that clip when is it? I got to see
it. Yeah. I'll show you after the podcast. Okay, cool. But so Ariana Grande posted you, Rihanna posted you. What was the reception in your DMs of new people and old people?
So a lot of the people that were following me were women. Yeah. A lot of women follow Rihanna and Ariana Grande, but yeah, it was a lot of people just telling me, you know, your video is so funny. This is the best video ever. It resonates towards me. So I guess like because the caption above the video was like, what was it? Going ghost on people in the name of self-care, something like that. Yeah. So a lot of people resonated towards that. And what's crazy about that video, before I even get like, I made that video right before class. I was still in school at the time. I made that right before science. I got in the tub, drank the wine. It was actually grape juice, but cranberry juice. Yeah. Filled the tub up, and then it was like bobbing or whatever to Rick Ross' "Here I Am" song, and then jumped out, rushed to class. But the reception, like, yeah, a lot of people loved it, but they were at the same time they were like, keep making videos like that. But I didn't want to keep doing the same thing because, you know, it would have just made it look saturated. So, but yeah, that was the reception.
Did you get any negative comments from that?
Yeah, some people thought it was weird. My parents did not approve of.
Really?
They didn't approve of my videos. No.
Any of them?
Mostly none of them. No. But so what's crazy about Rihanna had posted me that week, and like, I think maybe a couple days later they had told me to delete my Instagram account because they were so focused on me finishing school and stuff, and I wasn't really in tune with school at the time. But I did graduate already. But those videos, they just weren't feeling it. They had like their neighbors, people from church, messaging them or calling them like, this is your son?" Stuff like that. So that's why I was so rebellious with social media, but I had to stick with the plan.
Your passion, yeah. So how is that? Because I hear, like, obviously America has their like strict parents, but a lot of times foreign parents are a lot stricter than American parents. So what was the strategy of going about trying to become famous on social networks while having strict parents?
I actually had to hide it for a long time. You know, even I knew I was gonna go viral at one point, but I had to hide it for a long time. So I even blocked them. My mom for a while, yeah, but she found it because her friends saw it, so it was inevitable at that point. Yeah. But
was it after the Rihanna thing though?
It was like a week after Rihanna. Yeah. She found out, and at that point, I knew it was gonna like break her heart because she would see that. But you know, even my parents are not even like strict African parents. They're like the most lenient, you know, understanding for the most part parents, right? But certain things like makes them, you know, stuff like that uncomfortable, right? But I can understand it now. But at the time, if I would have never ventured out and did that, I wouldn't be in the position I am now. So
yeah, how do you think they feel about it now?
I mean, I don't even do those type of videos anymore. But if I were to do those, they would be more understanding. But now they're really like understand with social media because social media now is really everything to people. Yeah. Everything. Yeah.
So how was it walking back into church that next time after everybody snitched on you?
Well, the thing is, I didn't even know who did snitch on me. Like, I didn't know. I knew it was people like their friends, like older people. So I didn't really know who exactly. So at the same time, I wasn't going to hold any grudge who it was because I'm not the type of person to hold grudges. Like, people are going to judge you regardless. Like, regardless what you do, whether it's good or bad. So at the end of the day, you just got to do you. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that was the first time you went viral. What would you think was like the craziest time you went viral or the most? Because I think every content creator, they put out the video and they're like, this is the one, right? How often did the one that you thought was going to go viral? And how many times was the one you never thought was going to go viral goes viral?
Oh, that's a good question. You know, the bathtub video was the one that I never thought was going to go viral. The ones that I thought were going to go viral was the ones that were on World Star. And that was probably the most random video I did. So I got you'll find this too on World Star if you look it up, but I got a condom and I put it over my head.
That's crazy.
And I blew it up. So it was really big. I think
I've seen that video.
Yeah, and it popped. No, did it pop? It didn't pop. The video ended right before it popped, and Ridiculousness, the show Ridiculousness, they wanted to like buy it from me, but I had so many other like pages wanting it from me, like Vine and Worldstar and some other pages, but yeah, that was the one that I thought was gonna, even though it did go viral, I thought it was gonna like really blow me up, but
yeah,
even though it got like 2 million views on Worldstar, stuff like that, it didn't go as big as I thought it would be.
Yeah. So without, you know what I'm saying, violating any NDAs, right? When somebody approaches you for some content like that, right?
Right.
What is the offers like for stuff like that?
Man, the offer, I don't know. With me personally, the offers weren't even that much. Like, that's why I didn't even bother.
Okay.
Because I was waiting for something better, but nothing actually came that was, that caught my attention. So
okay.
I think the most that they offered for, even with, I think the most offer was Worldstar. And that was only like, it was like less than 1,000 almost.
That's crazy.
Yes.
You know how much money they're going to make from that video?
Exactly. And luckily, I knew at the time that I was going to get robbed, so I just didn't even bother.
Yeah.
But yeah, at the time, it was like, that's not even enough money. Like, why would I even bother doing that? So I just left it alone.
Where do you get more? Who shoots their shots the more? TikTok girls or Instagram girls?
Definitely Instagram. Definitely Instagram. TikTok and Instagram world, they're completely different. Like, with TikTok is like, I don't get DMs like that from women because my fans there's so many kids.
Yeah.
Even though most of them are females, it's like so many kids. Like with Instagram, it's like it's so easy to shoot your shot. I don't know what it is, but I guess it's based off of because they see more pictures and they see how you look more. So with Instagram, definitely.
Yeah.
And with Instagram, it's when you have a following base, bro, and girls think you look attractive, it's literally so easy. No, really, it's so easy to the point where I caught myself like thinking like I don't have to even really do anything at this point because they're gonna reach out to me and I know what they want. Now at the same time, it's like, do they really want me based off of what they know of me or how I am like personality wise, or do they just want me because of what they see with the clout or
the security of trying to lock you down?
Yeah, so you got to be like real cautious about.
I already know.
Yeah, man, and I'm sure you know, right? And I realized that more when I started to have more flashy things.
Yeah.
And I got those flashy things because I wanted to tell myself that, I'm able to have this because of the hard work. But when you have flashy things, bro, it makes it, you got to like be more guarded.
Yeah.
And
way more.
It's kind of messed up because it's like you don't know who to trust.
Yeah.
The higher you get, you can really never know who you can trust.
So how do you go about filtering through who you can trust and who you can't?
Prayer. I really just got to pray a lot because I'll tell you, like a lot of times people can be Academy Award winners.
For real, is that bad?
Yes. I've met a lot of I've been set up in situations. I've had people tell me they act like this, and then months later I find out like what's real.
Like, give me an example.
There's so many examples I can give. I'm trying to give.
You can omit names, of course. But
yeah, I'm definitely not going to. What's crazy? There's people that you even know. I know that you know, but I'm not even gonna get into that. But
I could probably guess who it is. You probably had run-ins with them already.
You probably could, but I don't even want to get into that because just out of like, bro, let me give you a good example. Let me give you a good example. I've been set up by women to the point where, like, I had a situation where I met this girl and we weren't even talking. We were just like getting to know each other, but So I met her and there was a situation where she got her brother to hold me up at gunpoint.
That's crazy.
Because she thought I had, a certain amount of money, which at the time I didn't even have money like that. I was just coming up with social media. But it was like that
How early was that in your content creation?
This was during the time when I was playing basketball, and I think I only had like maybe 20K.
Wow.
Yeah, nobody really knew me, so it was. I've had a lot of situations, bro. Like mentally, it could really mess someone up, but you just have to distance yourself from certain things and be more cautious and not oblivious or naive. Yeah, that's really all I can say.
So what happened after that though? So you know what I'm saying? You go through this event where somebody's like sticking you up, trying to get bread off you.
You blocked them. You blocked them and you never look back. And
did she ever try to reach out?
No. I'm glad. I mean, I wouldn't know either. I mean, I blocked. Like when a situation happens like that, you just can't even try and think about that. You have to move past as much as you can, because I didn't even want that lingering in my head. I didn't want people knowing about that.
Yeah.
That situation was just already messed up. It was so random. My parents don't even know that to this day. Like if they watch this, that'll be the first time they know.
That is insane. I couldn't even imagine. That's why it's kind of like iffy. Like
iffy, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's kind of iffy. Like running a podcast out of a place like where I live, right? And sometimes I just gotta I do a lot of screening.
Yeah.
People may think I don't, but I'm gonna find out who you know, who knows you, who could vouch before I do anything.
Of course.
Yeah.
We know mutual friends that
yeah.
Because I met you the first time.
What was that?
It was right before. Oh, where was that?
Oh, we went to Buckhead.
Yes, it was right before that. Yeah. Because we was Savage, Wally, Jason, all them. Yeah.
I think we met at Jace's crib. That's where it was.
Yes.
That's where I first met you.
Yes. I remember that.
Yeah. Then we went to Buckhead. They wouldn't let me in, you know what I'm saying? So I went home, you know.
You know, it's crazy. We're I think Wally, Jace, I don't know if you know Derek.
Yeah,
Derek Shard, I'm missing someone. I think that's it, but and Savage, right? But we're all in the group chat. Them and this other guy named Ty, they're the only ones I talk to.
Yeah.
Or I will talk to. I changed my number 4 times already.
Dang.
And then I just been so distant from people because I have ventured out into speaking, and my whole persona and just energy is different now, and just focusedness in terms of what I'm trying to accomplish and preach.
Do you think you're ever gonna just cold turkey leave TikTok alone or content creation like that alone?
I think it'll get to the point when I solidify myself as a speaker, I will have someone that just manages that, because people have to understand that with social media, it's not something that you necessarily need unless it's business wise.
Yeah.
You're only on social media to connect with people, and if you're posting, you got to ask yourself, why are you posting? Is it based off of trying to actually grow and monetize that, or are you just posting for other people to see what you are wearing or doing? So
some people just get on there, and I can see the difference between the people now, because I've always looked at social media like this is a networking opportunity, whether it was business or just knowing people.
Right, absolutely.
Right, because that's how I'm able to run this podcast, because I know so many people.
Exactly.
But then I started to look at it as a business, and it's very hard because I've had people who wanted to start social media, and they're like, nobody likes my stuff. I'm like, the people who are your friends aren't your fans.
Yeah, that's right.
You have to turn it into a platform where you have fans.
That's right.
Some of them are going to unfollow you. Some of them, you know what I'm saying, might support every now and then. Some of them will never hit the like button.
That's right.
That's just how it goes.
And people have to also look at what the purpose behind you posting or what you're trying to actually do. Of course you want to make it into something that's reality and to make money off of it, but you have to have a passion in what you're doing. And in the beginning stages, it shouldn't be about the money. It should be about the creativity, the passion, so you can actually grow regardless of who's liking it or not. The right people are going to come. You just got to have patience, and patience is a virtue. Yeah.
So when you meet people, what do you tell them you do?
I tell them that I'm a speaker now, and I just try and shed light. Yeah, so I'm because I have a couple things coming up as far as speaking to schools, and I've already spoken to schools in the past, but now I'm just solidifying this to making it a consistent thing. Yeah. And being able to speak to people, schools or wherever it is, it's a different feeling. It's almost like this: you're on social media, you have a platform, you're touching so many people on social media. And how your comedians, right? They do that with comedy.
Yeah.
But to venture out and do that on stage is a whole different thing.
What's your experience with like? What was your first time like speaking? How'd that go?
My first time was like 2017, I think. First time it was like a surreal experience because that experience one-on-one or whatever, how many people it is, it's more you're more in tune with them.
Yeah.
And they're able to feel it more. So just being able to see their emotions, how they look, you know, what they feel, it made me want to continue doing that. It made me like just have a passion for it even more.
So before you started like the speaking, what would you tell people you did?
I would just tell people that I was an influencer. I mean, I'm an influencer and I go to school. But the thing is, you have to look at the people that venture out from social media to like on stage, because not everyone can do it. Not everyone can have that stage presence or that confidence, or, you know, not be nervous, you know, in those moments. It's really, you really have to have like, I wouldn't say talent, but a lot of consistency and repetitions to do it. So yeah.
Now it's easy to like leave a comment under a video, right? But like, how much more impactful to you is it when somebody walks up and they're like, "Yo, that speech you gave," you know what I'm saying, and you feel like you changed that person's life?
It's definitely more impactful, because leaving a comment, people can leave a comment just for attention.
Yeah.
Just so that you can get a reply, or they can get a reply. When it's one-on-one, or when they say it in person, you can actually feel the emotion, the raw, if it's raw or not. And that feeling, it carries on, and you take that and you run with it. Yeah. Absolutely.
So what was the biggest engagement that you've ever spoken at?
The biggest, I'll probably say, so far, was it middle school or high school? I don't even remember how many kids it was, but I think it was probably in elementary school, actually. I just spoke to an elementary school. But that was kind of a while ago. I was able to speak to like kids about just having a passion for what to do, and just their goals in life. But I know moving forward, I have things lined up that's going to be even more of an audience. Like, I'm talking from 900 to 2,700 plus.
That's crazy.
And that's like coming up real soon. I don't want to say too much, but it's coming up real soon. And
will it be in Atlanta?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Whenever you have something, just let me know. You know, I be trying to pull up and like support people.
Oh yeah.
I just need to know when people be doing stuff.
Like,
sometimes that's love. I don't really be on Instagram like that.
Yeah.
Like, and my Instagram, I am so deep into a specific algorithm. There's no coming out. Right?
Wait, what's the specific algorithm?
Listen, black women, you know what I'm saying? The goats, okay? Like, I'm so deep into that algorithm, like there's no coming out. So, like, it's to the point where Instagram only suggests like black women. You know how like they promote some channels?
Yeah. And
they'd be like, follow this. But it's literally, I only anime and black women is the only thing I get suggested.
My man loves anime. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
But black women, though, I would say this: black women, I have so much respect for black women.
Facts.
Man. You know, because one, black women are probably the most belittled, and they get diminished the most in society in terms of jobs, or just really a lot of things. And
access.
Yes, just to be able to see so many black women come up nowadays and have a voice.
Beautiful.
It's beautiful. So
I like to see that. First of all, I like to see anybody succeed.
Right.
I like people who think the world doubts them succeed in life.
Absolutely.
But to see like a lot of, that's why I did some of the podcasts I've done in the past was with black women who are trying to get on.
Right.
Or are on their way to, I don't want to say on their way to being on.
Right.
And like, that's dope to see, bro, because you will be able to control your future. Nothing is more valuable than controlling your life.
So do you picture yourself being a black woman? Like
100%. So it's 1,000% happening.
So no other, just black women. Like in terms of like seeing yourself as a family, black women, right?
For sure.
Okay.
Like listen, every girl I have ever dated is black, and this isn't like it's not like I don't like anybody else.
Yeah, prejudice.
Type thing.
Yeah.
One is because that's my environment. Like my environment right now is, when I went to school, it was black women.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now the spaces I'm in are majority black women. Right. But I just see that just seems like the future to me.
I mean, I don't knock you for that, man. I mean, you know, black women are beautiful. All women are beautiful, you know, but yeah, I don't knock you for that. People tend to have they know what they want. They like what they like, but some people, they also bash them because they like what they like. But I mean,
I would never down anybody else I'd never have to unscrew other people's light bulbs to show how bright this one's shining.
Right.
That's how I feel. And there are other light bulbs who, in the right predicament, may, to me, shine just as bright as this one.
Yeah.
But in the environment that I'm in, that's just my reality at the moment.
No, I respect that. I respect that. I definitely respect that.
How about you?
With me, it never really mattered to me. I'll just say it like that. It never really mattered to me. I always think all shades are beautiful.
Yeah.
But yeah, it never really mattered to me. I just know that, like, before in the past, I'll put it like this. My parents, before I know, they probably wanted me to be like an African girl because that's what resonated towards me. But as you grow older, you tend to realize there's so many different people, so many different not religions, but so many different cultures. Yeah. That you could still like resonate towards. You know, and now it doesn't really matter to me, but
and I said the same thing, right? I think it never really mattered to me. It just where I ended up.
Right.
It's just what I happened to see. Like, I see people's, you know, quote unquote anime story arcs right in their life. I didn't see a lot of other people's story arcs. So like when I meet them, it's like I didn't see you go from like rags to riches in your life. Like, but a lot of my environment, I seen y'all go from elementary school. And I seen some girls who like, yo, listen, I'm sorry about the jokes I was cracking in elementary school. I didn't know you was gonna look like this, right? Like that's
so they look down and then they came up to you, as far as like looks.
Yeah, but like I like, as people can watch this, I've never been a downer, right? Of people. When I played sports, I hung around like the basketball team, the football team, because those were my teammates. Right. But like I would see like how they would treat people. I wouldn't treat people like that. Right. So I feel like I was able to, especially when I was in high school, I click hopped like because I could. Everybody respected me, right? And I didn't down anybody for like who they chose to be. I was with the anime kids, the kids in the music class, the band class, the girls, the jocks. I was with everybody. Yeah. Right? So, but I was also a class clown. I joked on the basketball team just as hard as I joked on everybody else. I was a equal opportunist roaster.
I mean, the world needs laughter. I always say, you know, you should never really take life too serious. It makes life easier for you that way. So, yeah. I respect it.
So, like, when you go into, like, dating now, how do you filter what you're going to tell people, how soon you're going to tell them, how quickly you bring them into your space? How do you get through that?
Good question. It's all about, you always want to get to know the person, right, before you really get into a relationship. Yeah. And how well you know the person is based off of what they tell you. Yeah. Right? So it's almost like you have to put your trust in them already. And then from there, as far as like if you telling other people about it, it's based off of how good the relationship is going. If you see any red flags, you know, in the beginning or before you even tell people about it, right? And then from there, it just really how authentic, how comfortable you are with that person. And if you feel like it's the right time, then do it. Everyone has a different times where they're going to tell people. It could either be like a week, could be a month, it could be 3 months, a year. Yeah. You know, but I respect everyone's decision or how they go about it. Yeah. As long as it's, you know, comfortable for them.
Yeah. So being a content creator, obviously your platform is like your business, right? Right. Do you ever run into the problem of like, hey, post me on your story, post us on your page? Like, have you ever got into that?
With a girl?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
How did that conversation go?
It went really baffling.
Really?
Baffling. So I'll put it like this. You know, people, they want to be put on your story, on my story, or whatever story, right? If it's yours or mine.
Yeah.
Because they want validation. They want to know that they're loved or appreciated. There's no other way around it. Like, if they tell you otherwise, they're lying.
Yeah.
But I would say it becomes a problem when you feel like you have to.
Yeah.
You know, especially when you also feel like things may not be going good right now.
Yeah.
But you may feel like you have to, or you feel like they feel like they're not getting as much love just based off of that, right? So yeah, it happens. I've seen it play out too many times, not just from myself but from other people.
Yeah.
And you have to really take initiative into understanding, like, why is that? You know, because a lot of times with people, whether it's women or females, I've seen it from women more obviously, but they deal with, you know, stuff from their past maybe that makes them insecure and makes them, because you could be the best guy in the world, bro. Like, I'm telling you, like, you're on top of everything. They have no reason to doubt you at all.
Yep.
But they still have something lingering in their head to where they doubt you or have trust issues, and then that becomes a problem. So you have to really analyze and figure out how I can figure this out or communicate with this person better. Either that, or you just have to distance yourself. Yeah. Because it's a sticky situation. I always say hurt people hurt people. Facts. And I always say this too, like, when people get hurt, they sometimes look for therapeutic things or need therapy itself. So people that go into therapy because the people that hurt them never went to therapy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's how I see it.
I put it like this, right? When I look at social media, this is how I can gauge this is how people, I think, should gauge if somebody's trying to hide something or if this is what they actually do, right? Yeah. So if I see that you post things that are important to you, right? When you got a new job, you posted that. Yeah. You got a raise, you posted that. Yeah. You got a new car, you posted that. Your mom's birthday, you posted that. Your friend's birthday, you posted that. Your friend's pregnancy, you posted that. And then when it gets to you, they don't post it. So in my head, what that tells me is you posted things that you think are to be celebrated in your life. And if I'm not one of those things, that's fine. Now, some people on the internet, they're mysterious. They have this mystique to them. So they go to dinner, they post the table, tag the restaurant. Facts. That's it. They go to the movies, post the movie. You know what I'm saying? Say something about the movie. That's all they post. Yeah. They never put people in their thing. Now, if you don't post me, all right, that fits the narrative of your thing. If it's you drop a YouTube video, you post it. You drop a TikTok video, you post it. Yeah. Your other content creator friends, you repost their stuff. Yeah. I understand why you ain't posting me, right? So I feel like everybody just has to figure out what they're using this platform for. Yeah. And if they're using it in a way where they're highlighting things that are just important to them, just for social, you know what I'm saying, stuff, then they're hiding you. I think.
Now, in terms of them posting you on your story or you posting them on your story, is it based off of the talking stage or y'all together or how far in?
That's very hard for me to answer because I spent like the last 12 years of my life in 2 relationships. So I've been in 2 5 to 6 year relationships since I was 15. Wow. So I don't know what the talking stage looks like.
Well, I would just say this. If based off of the agreement or the mutual understanding, if someone is talking to someone and it's really like serious or heavy and they claim to say they're not talking to anyone else, you know, then, and they want to be posted on the story, there really shouldn't be a problem at that point because they say they're not talking to anyone else. Yeah. So vice versa, right? But yeah, like another thing, if someone never posts on their story or even their page, but that person is asking them to post on their story or page, do you think that's more of a problem? Or
I mean, it depends. Again, it depends. Yeah. If just because I may not use Instagram the way you do, doesn't mean it should be mutual necessarily. Right. Because like if mine's a business, like I usually use my Instagram pictures and reels for business. I'll use my story as actual people getting to know my life. Right. Some people may not use it like that. So if I were to use my story strictly for business, then I'm not, just because you post me on yours don't mean that's not how this works. Yours is used for that. Mine's not.
Exactly.
Like, So
yeah, it's just coming to agreement, understanding. But at the end of the day, it all comes down to how secure you are,
yeah, for
and
sure.
how much you trust the other person.
Mhm.
That's at the end of the day, that's all it comes down to.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I don't think I could be with somebody if you have like the slightest inkling that you don't trust me.
Mm-hmm.
Say goodbye. It's over. I did it one time. I felt what it felt like to be in a relationship with somebody who don't trust you. I will never do it again. I'm too good of a dude.
How long did you give that person a chance or effort into trying to fix the trust issue?
That was my first 5-year relationship.
Wait, but okay, since it's 5-year relationship, when did you notice or start seeing that they didn't trust you as much as you wanted them to?
We started dating in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
By the time school started,
Ooh.
which was August,
Ooh.
and I was going to a different school.
Okay.
I got my first job.
Yeah.
Right. I'm on a basketball team.
Yeah.
Going into a new school. So that's when I knew. I could see the vibe, but I'm like a person like, all right, I'm gonna let you get it off.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna keep doing what I got to do though. I'm not gonna stop. You're not gonna stop me from doing it. But when it got real bad, and this is the one mistake I made in my life. Not one mistake. I made lots of mistakes, but this is one of the top 10 that I'd be like, if I could go back, I would change this one thing.
I need to hear this. Hey, please go ahead.
Yeah. So I was on Vine, blowing up. I was with Head Capone, right? They don't remember I was with them though, right? It was my homie Trez really locked me in.
Wow.
So through my relationship with Trez, I was around like Michi. I was around Head Capone, Katie, who else? Marcus he's a YouTuber now from Squirtwork. Him, Lim, this dude Jay. Well, we'll just call him Jay. Jay, and these are who I was linked with. They were having like Vine meetups, but
okay.
so they were revining my stuff, hitting revine. I'm
Yeah.
like, all right, that's dope. I went from like 400 followers to like 6,000 in like a week, right? So I'm like, oh, this is lit. Then they started this group of people, and it was 4 girls and 3 dudes, right? And they were like, we're gonna be like a clique on Vine. So whatever we post, everybody revine it. You know what I'm saying? We'll talk in the group chat. We used to make stuff trend all the time. So like we would get in the group chat at like 4:00 and be like, yo, tonight we're doing black people in white movies be like, right?
Yeah.
And we're gonna make this trend and everybody's gonna start doing it, right? So we used to make stuff trend all the time. But then they would be in my comments like hyping me up, heart faces, kissy emojis. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, you cute. And like the Viner people know we're like a clique, but the girl I was dating, she didn't understand. Like, I don't know these girls, bro. I don't care. Listen, I'm trying to get a bag. I don't care what they put under my pics. And like that kind of led me down a road to like stopping Vine.
Really?
Yeah, bro. That's why, listen. That's why I would never make that mistake again. And I've talked to other people and they've asked me like, yo, if it came down between me and YouTube, which YouTube 100%, it's not a question. Like because I feel like if you're with somebody and you know their goals, I'm not picking YouTube over you, but you making me have an ultimatum between lets me know that we're not in a good space to be partners in life.
But after you stopped, was the relationship any better?
Not really, but
Cause look,
but I was young though. You gotta remember, I was 15. I started this relationship at 15.
15. Okay. Yeah. That's tough. That's tough, bro.
Yeah, but then I got into battle rap. And I was battle rapping, but then I'm always a business person. Yeah. So I kind of got out of the limelight. I really got in it for my homie Trez. And his career started to take off. Then I got on the business side to help fund his career to get it to the next level with the league I was working with. And once I was locked into it, there's nothing she could... Look, I made the mistake of letting Vine go. I'm not letting nothing else go. And that drove a wedge in our relationship. And, yeah.
Wow. I mean, I've seen that happen with a couple of people too, bro.
Yeah.
But you know, you live and you learn. Experiences teaches you everything, and you know, you went through that for a certain reason, and it's a testament to where you are now.
So, but how do you know when? So, as somebody who's dated, there is one person, right, who I feel like I was in a talking stage with that I didn't end up in a relationship with, and how do you determine what's talking and what's us being friends and what's moving towards a relationship?
I'm real blunt and direct. Okay. Like if I want you, you'll know. Yeah. Like, you'll without a doubt. If I don't want you, like I'm not gonna text you as much. Yeah. I'm not going to see you as much. Mm-hmm. But if we're talking, I'm gonna want to see you like pretty much every day. Yeah. Talk to you pretty much every day. It's gonna get to a point where like it's going to get uncomfortable if I don't talk to you. For real? Yeah. Like.
But how soon do you know to make that decision?
I could know as soon as. Nah, I'm not gonna say like first week. It's like I'll know, like if you're pretty off bat, I'm gonna be like, wow, I may see myself with this person just based off of looks. But then after that, I'm gonna have to like work it out as far as like knowing how that person is personality wise. Yeah. How they act, how they talk, how they treat people, and that's gonna take a while. Yeah. That takes like a while.
But you don't think that like if you are attempting to talk to them, you're gonna get the representative and not the real them?
That I'm gonna get the representative that I'm talking to them?
Yeah. Well, okay. So what I mean by that is, if I approach a girl and say, "I want to talk to you. Let me take you out on a date. I want to get to know you," right?
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I've never really seen myself saying, "Let me take you out." Like usually with me, it's gonna be like we're just gonna text. Like I'm not. For real? Yeah. If I take a girl out, that's already serious. Like, to be honest.
But you don't even know the girl you're texting, though.
That's the thing, though. I'm texting her. For me personally, I'm texting the girl. I'll usually, like, see her maybe in a closed environment, not in public. Yeah. Because, really, nowadays, when you take a girl out, bro, that's already giving them the benefit of the doubt that they, with me, they can see them being with me. It's almost like I'm taking it serious with them. With me personally, like when I'm taking them out. If I take a girl out on a date, whether it's dinner or movies, they're gonna think more.
No, look, like I think if I'm taking you out, we're hanging out, all right, as friends. Oh,
that's what. Okay, yeah. Girls don't think like that. The girls I've come across, they don't think like that.
I would never give you the impression that I want to talk to you. Like, it's like. I also don't hop down on girls. I don't like see a girl like I want to talk to her. Like usually all of my situations have started. We've been in a like environment. I kind of seen how you were acting. You kind of seen how I carry myself, and eventually, we kind of like became closer. And then it got to the point where like, yo, I think you're dope. You think I'm dope. Let's do it. But in the course of that, we could have went bowling. We could have went. And I'm also not a dude who like, I'm not trying to just fuck on anything. Right? Yeah. So like, if I hang out with you, and I can see there's, like you said, there's some people who be like appalled. Like all right, I'm fuck with you. They're like, you don't want to ask me. You're not even gonna ask, nigga. And it's like that wasn't my intention.
Wait, so if you meet let's say you meet a real pretty girl. Yeah. She's black. She's just you in awe. Yeah. The first week, would you take her out? If y'all vibing and everything,
we could go do something for sure.
But it would have to be something specific. It can't like.
What you mean?
Like, would it be like a dinner? Would you take her out to dinner that first week?
Okay, let me give you an example. Yeah. So if I met somebody first week and they were like, "Yo, I rocks with anime," but, oh, you heard? Okay, cool. Like you're into like the Asian culture. That's dope. Yeah. Have you ever been to Iron Age? No. Dang, it's this place they like cook in front of you. You know what I'm saying? Blah, blah, blah. If we're just cool and we're just talking, you trying to go to Iron Age? All right, chill. We go to Iron Age. We sit, we talk. You know what I'm saying? And it could be like a meet me there thing. You know what I'm saying? And then after, appreciate you coming up. You know what I'm saying? Just like how I would people who I met, guy friends that I've developed over time. Because I don't know you enough to want to be with you. Right. I could want to be friends with you, but like, I'm like it takes a lot for me to even think I want to be with somebody.
See, you're different. See, you're more patient through the process.
Yeah.
A lot of people, they think they know off bat.
Yeah.
That's the problem. And because they think they know off bat, that's a lot of times people get out of relationships so fast too.
Yeah.
But yeah, with a girl though, like if you if you take a girl, I'm just telling you based on my experience, but if you take a girl out first week or whenever, like they're gonna have an assumption that you're taking them more serious to the point where, oh, he likes me.
See, that's where I made a mistake one time though. So in between my two relationships, there exists this one person, right? And I remember, and she was like older too. She was like in her 30s.
Oh yeah.
And I was 21. Yeah. So.
Yep.
I'm like.
Not wasting time.
Yeah. So we go to Ruby Tuesdays with her coworker. So I'm like, all right, we chilling. You know what I'm saying? Her coworker there. And we're chilling. We're hanging out.
Wait. How soon did you know her? Or how soon have y'all? Or how long have y'all known each other? Sorry.
Maybe like I can't remember actually.
Okay.
It was a minute. I think it was like at least like 2 weeks or 3 weeks or something like that.
Okay.
So, we go to Ruby Tuesdays, and then but before that, she wanted to like watch The Walking Dead. So I used to go over there, watch The Walking Dead. We chill, watch The Walking Dead. I'll go home. You know what I'm saying? All right, go home. Nothing. Then one day we went to Longhorn for dinner.
Who invited who?
I mean, it was like a mutual thing. Like,
oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? It was like, all right, let's go to Longhorn.
Uh-huh.
And I remember we're sitting in the kitchen, and she's like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I was telling my friends at work that we're dating.
Oh!
And listen. And this, I'm a real nigga, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, what do you mean by dating? Like, when you say dating, do you mean like we're going out on dates? Or like we're dating like we're at...
Oh, man. Oh, man.
And I'm like, cause if that's what you think, listen, I'm like, nah.
So what did she say about that?
She was really, and this is why I don't like that red pill community on YouTube. Girls really be down for whatever you say if you're a solid dude, right? So she was like, oh, okay. I mean, we can still hang out and stuff, you know what I'm saying? So then she took it very I think she took it kind of like, he's going to want me because that's probably how other dudes treated her, right? So then one time we went to the movies, we got out and like we're pulling up to, she lived in like a gated community.
Yeah.
And we're pulling up. And instead of like me buzzing it in and she looks and I'll drive her to her, she's just like kiss me on the cheek, hop out the car and like go under the gate and like run back to her crib. I'm like, I think it was a play to be like, oh, you think you don't want me? You about to chase me. I'm like, all right, you know what I'm saying? I'm straight.
She was trying to be strategic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. But I'm going to tell you like, I think for me to even want to be with you, there's going to be a certain level of like reciprocation in energy, especially after the relationships I've been in, that like you're really going to have to show me that you want to be with me because look, I know I'm going to make your life the time of your life being with me.
Facts.
So
Facts.
Listen, what are we doing?
Facts. That's
so
you ain't said no lies.
So do you think girls are bad at dating?
Are bad at dating?
Yeah.
As far as like planning it out or just like going on a date or
like in the dating process?
Oh, because it really depends nowadays because girls have so many options.
Yeah.
So many options. Especially if you're, I don't want to come off like I'm using colorism, but a light-skinned girl, so many options. But really any girl, it doesn't matter. Any girl, they have so many options. And because they have so many options in the talking stage or they're trying to date, they have, put it like this, girls are the prey, guys are the predators. Guys prey on guys prey on them all the time. So they're always gonna have options whether they're in a relationship or not. Guys just they don't care. So women, I've seen a lot of women, still be flirtatious with guys even if they're talking to another guy or in the relationship stage, because some women, they may feel like they don't truly know if this is the guy for me. Yeah. So they'll always try and have that option, even if it's indiscreet. And I'm not gonna say girls or women are bad at dating, but it really just depends on how you've grown up, your morals, and just how much respect you have for that person in general. So,
all right, real question. Okay, I'm pretty sure you've seen some of these clips, all right? And I have to ask.
Yeah.
As somebody who dates out here, you know what I'm saying? Are you like having sex in the talking stage?
In the talking stage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But the thing is, if I do, I would either know like what it is versus what it isn't.
Yeah.
So if I do, that means that we're both like on the same page.
Yeah. Like we're either just strictly doing this or we're moving somewhere else. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Because I'm not gonna keep it unreal and be like, I just don't, because women would just look at me like this guy's lying. Yeah. Because I'm honestly, not to come off boastful, but because like there is a lot of attention that I do receive on social media. In the past, like women have always been around and stuff like that. Yeah. So it's almost like asking. I don't want to compare it to, but it's almost like asking like Drake, like, do you talk or have sex in the talking stage? Like,
yeah.
That's it's inevitable almost.
All right. So when you're in the talking stage, are you using condoms?
Yes.
Okay. Good answer. All right. You know what's crazy? You're the first person on this podcast to say they use condoms.
I watched Savage. I watched Savage.
You're the first person to say they use condoms.
Yeah, I watched Savage. There's only been. Nah, I mean we were together, so yeah. I can't even. Yeah.
So in a relationship, you're you know what I'm saying, you out here walking by faith.
Yeah, basically. I mean, I trust the person, so. Yeah. I mean, nothing has happened.
I don't trust myself.
Yeah.
All right?
I mean, yeah, but I would say like there was the person that I'm talking to, or even the person I'm with now.
Yeah.
Right. We didn't even start out like doing that, like using it. But I already knew like
she was the one.
Yeah.
By the time y'all,
Yeah. So it was like it didn't really matter, but. It's better to be safe than sorry. I'm just keep real. And you don't wanna catch yourself in a loophole at all.
So has a girl ever like went through your phone, like in the talking stage or in the dating stage?
Yes.
Do they be upset by what they see? Maybe in like your DMs?
No, they've more so been upset with what they see that's in public, like the comments.
Okay.
But even with me, like, because I may get a lot of attention from women, what they see is not what it is.
Yeah.
If girls put hard eyes.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? The first girl I dated, I used to tell her that when I was doing Vine, I'm like, bro, I was like, bro, these people, I don't even know them. It's like, I was like, don't you comment hard eyes on Chris Brown, but you're not Chris Brown. To them, I'm Chris Brown. Yeah. You don't understand. Like, to them, I'm like this figure that they're probably never going to see.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And the fact that you told me I'm not Chris, you don't believe it, bitch, say goodbye. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so, bro, the thing is, like, when you do get attention, you have to even be more aware and, like, picky with who you want to be with, because you're gonna only get bigger. So the bigger you get, it's gonna get worse. It's like women are gonna be even more bold towards you, even in person. So that the person that you're with, they have to really have either composure or trust in you. Yeah. And imagine like you're flying out somewhere. Yep. Can they trust you when you're flying out? Can they trust you when they're not with you that moment? Like it's all a matter of trust, and that's based off of their insecurity or their security in you.
Yeah, I think that's why I prefer to date girls who know me. Like, that's why I can't date you until you know me, because you're going to treat me in a way that will if you don't know who I am, you're gonna treat me in a way that is never gonna put you in a light for me to date you, right? And like, girls see that I'm very. Dudes can vouch for this. Girls can. I'm one of the most trustworthy people you can have in your life.
I agree.
Right, and when they see that, they know like when he go out here, it was so crazy. In my last relationship, I used to joke about, "Hey, Chloe Bailey, you know what I'm saying? When I see you, but," and like, I think she didn't really consume my content like that. So, but there were some times where it did come to the light, and she know like, bro, I'm out here trolling. If Chloe Bailey walked up to me, I'm gonna be like, "What's good?" You know what I'm saying? Enjoy your music. I don't really look. I do that for content. Like, I don't really. She's bad, but like, you know that it takes more than that for me to be like,
absolutely
want to even be with somebody, let alone compromise what I already got. So,
and I think it says a lot about like, boom, with us, if we get a lot of attention from women, but we're not even feeding in or giving them the attention, reciprocating that same energy with them. It says a lot about us because the amount of people that are, a lot of other people, they will feed into that just because their guys' hormones, all that stuff. But like, because at the end of the day, like, there's so many people, there's so many women in the world, and for us to be with that one person, and that other person may still not have trust in you, it kind of makes you reflect and like, wow, like, do I really want to keep going through this? But that's when the woman has to ask herself, like, am I the one, you know, tripping or not? So,
do you know what the red pill community is on YouTube?
I have no idea. When you said that, I was confused. But
okay, so the red pill community is like a community of guys who they believe you need to be like this high value man to get women, and once you are the superior person in your relationship, you dictate what goes on in your relation. It's very incelish.
Sounds like Kevin Samuels.
Yeah, but Kevin Samuels, I think, is red pill adjacent, right? He has like a lot of the same talking points, but he exists in like a community where they understand what it is. Like, oh yeah, because he'll say like, I'll buy escorts, I don't care. Like, I know this is what it is in this space. The red pill community is like dudes who, like, this my thing. They're like dudes who are in school, who seen the dudes who played basketball. It was like, look how he's treating that girl. I would treat her so much better. And then, you know what I'm saying? And they think the girl's with them because of what they have, or, you know what I'm saying? So when they get things, then they feel like they use it as a weapon. And they use like relationships as a war between men and women because they've been fighting to get women their whole life.
I mean, doesn't that then make them hypocritical?
What you mean?
And it's like if they look at the guy and say, I could treat them better, but then they use that as a weapon.
Well, they're saying like, obviously that's how they want to be treated, right?
But they still go and do the same thing. Yeah, they come off hypocritical. I mean, that's kind of a norm that shouldn't be a norm. But I could understand why they would do it, but it's not right. I mean, it's, you just got to look at it like this. Like, women, they know what they want. They know what they want. If they want you, they're gonna let you know. They don't, you'll know. But in terms of them being, I've seen women get mistreated, but they'll come back because a guy will give them this, or because the guy's already like at the top and they don't want to lose that. Or even if the guy's treated him so good, he does one wrong thing. Let's say like he cheats one time, but he's such a good guy. She still goes back because she feels like there's no one else. And at the end of the day, like, you really have to know your worth. If you don't know your worth, you don't respect yourself enough, no one's gonna respect you.
Facts. Have you ever cheated?
No, he got right to that. No, I've never cheated. I've been on the other side though. But I've never cheated. So for me to even like go as far as to cheat, it would have to, I don't even think, I can't even see myself doing that. I would have to leave the relationship before I even do that, because that, it would just contradict who I am as a person, and then at the same time I would feel less of who I am.
Yeah. I think that's one thing that a lot of girls, when they get good dudes, they don't understand is like when I move, I'm so locked into what I intended to do, right? When I go on vacation, I'm not intending to go find somebody to cheat on my significant other, right? There are some dudes who do that. So I'm so locked into having fun when I go out that a girl can approach me and be talking to me and I don't even notice that she's flirting because I'm so wrapped up in like, I'm here with my friends. We're chilling.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're having fun. Hey, another shot. Oh, yeah, lit. You know what I'm saying? And then going, I'm thinking like after this, I'm going to sleep. That was my plan for the night. And
but if your girl was there, she would notice that.
What you mean?
Like
the girl talking to me?
Yeah, whoever you're talking to, if a girl was there, she would notice that. They would notice that if another girl was flirting with you, but you don't notice that, they would notice that.
Notice that I didn't notice?
Yeah. They notice both. Notice that you didn't notice and notice that she's flirting with you.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But I think like what was good about like my last relationship was she knew who I was. So it didn't really, nothing mattered.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
For her to know who you were, that's beautiful because I'm telling you this, I'll put it like this. The reason why certain women, they do think the way they think now in terms of like it being hard to to trust a guy is because of just how many guys they've seen cheat in the past. Yeah. And it's become such a stigma. And then you have that's why like now you see like hot girls, some are like Mega Stallion, and you know, women being more independent, not trying to worry about guys like that. Yeah. So
they say that, but you see where all them at though?
Yeah.
In relationships.
Yeah. But it just subconsciously they're thinking like that without even really understanding or knowing why. So yeah.
Dang, look. I mean, the dating market is crazy. I can't even imagine, and I'm not even like concentrating on dating right now because like I just don't care. Yeah. Like I have so many goals to reach that, like I tell my friends even when we go out, they're like, "Yo, you ain't see that girl, bruh? I'm like, yo, listen, like coochie would have to fall out the sky effortlessly into my lap, like for me to like, I came here to get lit with y'all." And we're going home. Now we may meet some people in the process. Yeah. Like, oh, what's good? And that's usually why I have friends around me who will take care of the girls. Right? The ones who are looking for that guy. Yeah. My friends will gladly take y'all down. All right. I'm not the guy for you. You got the wrong one.
Nah, I gotta respect that. And you know, women actually like that. Yeah. Like guys that aren't approachable, they like that. They actually, some women like.
I'm actually very approachable though.
No, I'm saying like girls like guys that don't give other women energy. Like, and they approach them even more. Yeah. It's like if you don't give her attention, she's gonna like be like, why is she not giving me attention? Yeah. I'm gonna approach him more so he can notice me. Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy. Why would they do that?
It's because they're so used to other guys giving them attention. So when they see a guy doesn't give them attention, it becomes like a norm that's broken. And it's like, nah, I gotta get this guy to make sure he sees me. Yeah, because everyone else does.
So how was the norms like growing up in a household of Nigerian parents and what you see go on with their relationship dynamics as compared to we live in Atlanta, like the expectations that are out here?
I would just say family is very important to African households, whether it's Nigerian or whichever country you're from. It's very important. I think building a foundation with financially or emotionally or spiritually. My mom harps so much on God and just being spiritual, in tune with that, because it will carry you far. So, versus, I would say, other families in Atlanta. I don't really know too many other families in Atlanta to really compare. But
or like girls that you run into, like what they expect in a relationship.
Yeah, I would say the values. Yeah, the values are sort of different. Only because my mom really, she really harps on finding someone that's really genuine and comfortable. That person is going to act the same when they're in the house and outside the house. And finding someone that's not going to come off as a facade, or someone that's going to keep it real with you 110%, even and tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear, or not tell you what they want you to hear. So that's very important. And I've seen women, contradict themselves. I've seen women, fake it to make it. And you just, in hindsight, it just becomes exhausting.
Yeah. Give me your worst dating story. What was your worst dating experience?
My worst dating experience.
Like, give me your worst date ever.
Boy, it's funny, like, because I don't even go on dates like that. Like, really, I don't go on dates. But my worst dating experience, I would have to say, I took a girl to Chuck E. Cheese, but only because
no.
I was like 21, but it was like a joke thing. Like, we were talking about, like, she didn't really think I was gonna take her to Chuck E. Cheese though, and so I sent her an address, and I guess she really didn't know it was Chuck E. Cheese because I just sent her an address. And when she pulled up, she already looked like real pissed. But I thought she was cool though. So when we pulled up to Chuck E. Cheese, like, I immediately jumped in the ball pit, just started playing, and I was like, jump in, and she was like, no, I'm not doing this. And from there, I just knew it was over. So yeah.
Cause she can't enjoy life though.
Yeah, I mean, if you can't enjoy something like that, but like, I really thought she was cool to like, but from that moment I just saw, she took things too serious.
Yeah, a lot of people are like super superficial.
Yeah.
Like, there's people, I don't like people who don't like to have fun.
Yeah, that's.
Like, I'll go out to like a spot, and you'll see the girl, fine, with the hookah sitting in the corner. I'm like, bro, if you don't get up and bob your head or something, my nigga, like, I hate going out with people that be like just the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, you just gotta find different ways to enjoy life, and if I would have taken that girl to, a fancy restaurant, that would have then been the standard. Yeah, that means boom. If I would have then taken her to Chuck E. Cheese later in life, would she have had a problem with that? Yeah, so you have to find someone that can enjoy even the little things before you give her the bigger things. Yeah. So
I guess that's what happened. I don't know how I'm gonna maneuver through this dating market now, bro. Because I just be so chill, and maybe going out with people is the wrong thing. I'm a type of person like I'll be like, you ever been here? No, bet. All right. And then this thing could come up like a battle rap event, right? Yeah. Well, you ever been to a battle rap event? No. Have you ever been interested in going? I'll try it. All right, pull up with me. You know what I'm saying? To blah blah. Yeah. Either come to me and ride with me, or I'll pick you up, and we'll go. You know what I'm saying? You experience it. You go home. You know what I'm saying? I don't consider those like dates though. I consider those just hanging out. I'd rather hang out with girls over dudes anyway. Yeah. For the most part. So.
But if you can find someone that wants to step outside the box and try new things. Yeah. That's very important. Yeah. You don't want to have someone that's just going to be in one box and not want to do this, not want to do that. Because think about it, that person is who you may potentially be with for forever. Yeah. So that's very important.
You know the key indicator of whether you should date somebody or not?
What?
What would you think it is?
The key indicator, if I had to name one?
Yeah. If you had to name one thing, if this person does this, they're probably somebody decent to date. Like some people may say church. If that person goes to church, that at least puts me in the ballpark. You know what I'm saying? What would you say that one thing is? And I'm going to give you my answer and you're going to be surprised.
My answer would probably, I don't know, it's probably harps back on trust. Okay. Yeah, I'll just say trust.
Okay. Yeah. I'm going to say, if she watch anime, all right?
If she watches
anime, I promise you, all right? If she
watches, what? So nothing else, just if she watches anime?
That is the number one foundation, all right? If she don't watch anime, leave her alone.
You mess with RDC World, huh?
Yeah, I rock with them.
Yeah.
But like the reason I say rock with anime is because I'm a person, I can be around horrible people and it won't change. Yeah. And I always thought, like, growing up, everybody was like me, but that's not true. Right. People are a victim of the things they consume. I can listen to, you know what I'm saying, Lil Durk. I never think about like doing that some of that stuff, right?
Right.
But if she consumes anime, I've not watched one anime that didn't have a message in every episode. And like when you're consuming those messages constantly, that builds your character as a person. So if what you take in, I could watch reality TV all day. I'm never going to become like them people, or my outlook on life is never going to become like those people. But there are people who do. Yeah. And that's majority of people. So if you're watching like, if Shade Room is your news network, or if reality TV is like your number one genre, I'm all right.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point. I see what you mean, because you want to be able to watch or consume something that you're going to leave with in a positive way. Yeah. And gain wisdom through that. Yeah. That's very true.
Because most people, there's not people who I think are like ultra negative people who also consume anime. That's why, you know.
There are a lot of negative people on social media. Yeah. A lot of them. And you got to pay attention to even the person that you're talking to, or potentially like, if they're one of those people that comment negative things on their comment, or even like
share certain memes.
Yeah. Or even say things out loud in like the slightest way. Yeah. Because I always say, you see someone or you have someone, you don't want to have that person judge other people. Yeah. Because that's going to carry out like in the long run. For real. That's like a really important thing. Yeah. Especially in the field that I'm in, with the amount of people that I try and advocate for, because I advocate for so many people, whether it's disability, sex trafficking, domestic violence, all that stuff. So judging people, that's probably like one of my biggest pet peeves. Yeah. Yeah, it's probably
being judgmental is like, I'm a very understanding person, and it be times where I be telling my home, like, so shout out to Omar. I hop on his spaces on Twitter, and we were talking about how back in the day, old relationship dynamics and new relationship dynamics, right, and how it affected the person. And they were like, yeah, women were robbed of, you know what I'm saying, ever being able to chase their dream in life, but which is bad, right? Yeah. I want to say that. But you got to look on the other side of the spectrum, too. Dudes were forced to go find a dream and live out and take care of everything. And, like, at the end of the day, on his deathbed, he never really got to enjoy his kids. He never really got to enjoy his wife and his family and his neighbors because he was out working all the time. So you got to look on the... I'm a person who is good at, like... Look at the other side of the spectrum too.
Put yourself in their shoes.
Exactly. Yeah. Because then people will stop fighting and say, like, at the end of the day, everybody wants to come closer to the middle. But if we only highlight your extreme and you never understand the other extreme, that's just gonna drive them deeper into their extreme.
Man, I always say hatred and misunderstanding brings division, and love just brings unity. Yep. So in that sense, like, if you're really understanding, if you can put yourself in other people's shoes and be understanding, empathetic, whatever, you will see what they feel or how they think and not be judgmental. Yeah. And that will make your life, it'll almost put you in a different atmosphere though. Like you'll feel more secluded though. Yeah. I feel really secluded towards a lot of people because I think really differently from other people, and because I don't judge people, I see so many people in the world that do judge it.
Facts.
It's like I'm alienated in a way.
Yeah. But then you know what community you need to go to not be alienated? What? The anime community.
I mess with anime though.
For real? Yeah. What's your top animes?
It's I don't want it to sound cliche, but it's definitely Naruto. Okay. DBZ. I watched a little Bleach. I just recently finished what was it? Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh yeah, I gotta start that. I've heard it.
You have to watch it. You have to watch it, bro.
Brotherhood or the regular
Brotherhood.
Brotherhood.
You have to watch it. It's only like 60-something episodes or 50-something, but it's compacted so well.
For real? Yeah. You watch Attack on Titan?
No, my brother's a huge anime fan.
For real?
Yeah, my brother's a huge anime fan.
Cause I feel like when I go into spaces with people with anime, for example, damn, this is gonna. Fuck.
Go ahead.
All right, listen. So I went to LA. We were going to Berlizzi's birthday, right? But it got canceled because of COVID. But we still went out there, and we met and I have the gift of gab, all right? I can talk all day, right? But I've been such in like the club space because in the relationship that's what she liked to do. She liked to go to the club, drink, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was so used to that environment of people where it's sections, you don't really talk to the people next to you type, you know what I'm saying? So after I got out of that, I was still hanging around people who were going to the club, but this was the first time I hung around people who were like on the other side of the spectrum of my life, right? I can party, but I can also sit and have deep conversations about, you know what I'm saying, who we are as people, right?
Yeah.
So we sit down. These people who are also out there for it, we linked up with them. Shout out Simba, she set that up. And we're sitting and talking.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we're talking, it's just so much less superficialness that's in there. I'm like, this was a great conversation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
it's real therapeutic.
Yeah.
It's real therapeutic. I find it because when you're at the club, you're really not talking. Music's all loud.
Yep.
You're just standing there. You buy hookah or buy drinks, and you're just standing there, just bumping the music, and then you leave.
Yeah.
You know, it's either that or like you may like even try and talk to the girl, but usually that girl is either with multiple girls or with her guy. Yeah. So it's I mean, I haven't partied in a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you just got to figure out what's beneficial to you as you grow older.
Yeah. The other one you got to watch, this girl Aaliyah that was on here. She put me on Tokyo Ghoul. Fire.
Is it on Netflix or is it like on streaming?
It's on Crunchyroll.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And that one and Tokyo Revengers.
Tokyo Revengers.
It's my favorite anime right now.
Really?
Yeah, for sure.
What season you on?
It's only one season, but the manga I think is done. But I don't read the manga. I only watch the anime. So.
Okay. I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah, Tokyo Revengers is on Crunchyroll also.
Tokyo Revengers. Okay.
Yeah, they're I watch like these creators on YouTube. CJ the Champ, Sensei. They do like. They break down animes like, but in a hood version. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's dope.
They really be putting me on like different animes to watch. Yeah. So I'll watch some of their content.
I'm gonna check that out.
But what are your goals for 2022?
My goals is just to save as many people as possible. Yeah. Mentally, physically, whatever. Because we live in a day and age now where mental health is at an all-time high. Yeah. And there's even a percentage is like 16.9 million people suffer from depression in the U.S. alone, and 30% of those people actually reach out for help. So the other 70% don't even reach out for help. Yeah. And I was even a part of the 70% at one point, keeping that in because people don't really want to hear your problems. Yeah. People don't really want to hear your story until your story is at the top. Yeah. So just being able to help those people and give them closure or just help them be more, healed is important.
I think talking is a very good thing people should do. I think that's one of the things I lacked in my relationship is asking for things. A lot of people are scared to ask, right?
You have to.
I'm like, because my biggest problem in life, and people who I've dated, people who are my friends, they've all told me this. You believe everybody's like you. That's just not true.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not. Especially if you're the good person. Yeah. There's not. It's almost like we live in, like, as we grow older or the years go by, you tend to see less people with good intentions. Yeah. And you have to, that's why I say I almost feel alienated. Yeah. And you have to just tell yourself, the person that I'm meeting and the person that I'm with, I don't want to compare her to me, but you have to still have the same goals. Yeah. Or almost similar. And the pros have to definitely outweigh the cons. Yeah. Because if not, the cons is just going to take a hold and they make you exhausted and just mentally, yeah.
Yeah, I think, but what I've noticed is bad people want to be good people. They just don't feel like they have a space to be good people and feel safe.
How long do you think it should take for a bad person to be good? Like, to make that progress into being good? Because everyone has their different timings, but it's...
I don't think it takes long. There'll be times I sit down with some cold-blooded, like, people, right? Yeah. And when I talk to them, it usually take like by 30 minutes into the conversation, I can see that wall that they put up break down, and I can see who you actually want to be. Yeah. But you think this is who you need to be. Like, I had a friend, and we were talking, and she was telling me like, oh yeah, I hang out with this dude. I've been in a throuple. I've been a blah, blah, blah. And she's telling me all these things. I'm like, all right. She's like, yeah, I love the streets.
She said that?
Yeah. She's like, I love this hood shit.
She was honest.
Right?
Yeah.
She wasn't though.
Oh, she wasn't?
Because after conversation, I could see that that's not who you really want to be.
Yeah.
Like, you may enjoy like some of the thrills of it, but at the end of the day, you don't want to have to be the person that you have to be to exist in this environment. You don't want to be that.
She's probably been hurt a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she puts up a wall so she doesn't. So she feels like she won't be hurt as much.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see that.
Now I see why Drake be in the strip clubs talking to the strippers. You ain't got to do this. You know what I'm saying?
What? Mama is not around. Daddy is not around.
You ever been to strip clubs out here?
I've been once or twice. Yeah, but I was younger.
You didn't like it?
That was cool, but I was younger, so I think it was like 18.
Yeah.
But it was at the time. It was like a new experience. I was like, cool.
Yeah.
My cousin, he took me. I think he took me to the strip club. Like he snuck me out and took me to the strip club, and yeah, he got me like a lap dance with this white girl, and yeah, it was cool. But you know, at the same time, I kind of feel sorry for them because because you know, like a lot of strippers, like they're doing it because they're living a lifestyle based off of them either running away from home or trying to be rebellious, trying to make it their own way, and they feel like that's the easiest way to make money and fastest way. And then they, you know, some of them, they don't even actually like enjoy it, but they have to do it. Yeah. So that's why Drake, like he resonate or not resonate, but he feels or knows their life or story. So
you know what other artists does really good because they understand that culture.
I'm trying to think. No, I don't know.
Juicy J,
he does talk about like you're right.
He like, look, the ones who want to love doing it, I'm with y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like he exists in that environment, and he probably has like some real behind the scenes conversations with these people that make them like, you know what, I fuck with you. Yeah. So when you drop a song, I'm twerking on my IG to it until it blow up.
That's right. That's right. But Drake, I mean, I would say Drake, he does talk about like strippers in his songs, and he's my favorite artist. So I resonate towards him to the T. Yeah. Yeah. So
you think you're a lover boy like him?
Yes. Yeah. But at the same time, being a lover boy, you love hard, but you sometimes may not find everything that you're looking for. Yeah. So you just gotta either you try and work it out, and if you can't work it out to the T, you just move on. Okay. Yeah.
Last question before we end this, I'm gonna say, do you think it's harder to pursue your dreams with a woman or without a woman? And when I say that, that's with the chance of her being good or bad.
It doesn't matter to me. Well, it does matter to me only if the woman is insecure about what you're doing yourself. But in my situation, no. Yeah. Like, if I had a girl or not, they would know what I do and they would be in full support, because what I'm doing is not anything that's I'm not like a rapper. Yeah. You know, always with women. Even if I was with women, like my message is really raw and authentic and straightforward. And I'm out here changing life for kids or adults for the better. You know, so they have nothing. I mean, they can't do anything but respect that, and if they can't, someone else will.
Sure. Look, I'll say this. I used to say this jokingly, and I want people to understand, if you ever feel like this, leave your relationship. If you feel like the person you're in a relationship is your biggest hater, like, you gotta go, bro. Yeah. Like, if there is moments where I was like, and like, I think I'm a very tunnel vision person, so when things happen in small doses, I don't notice them. Like, people who tell small lies, or people who hate like a little bit, and I don't notice it until like 8 months down the line, something may blow over, or my life slows down and I'm able to look at something or a specific incident, and then I'm able to track back like, dang, this really has been a thing. If you have somebody who's your biggest hater, you need to leave, bro. Like, I'm talking about like, I'm trying to give some examples. Like, I have a friend, right? Yeah. I got to tell this story about him. He knows he's crazy, though, right? Like, if his girl's picture looked too good, he'll report it on Instagram and get it taken down.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it because she's like showing too much body, or just because it looks too good?
I don't know. You gotta ask them, but that's just too wild for me. Like,
He'll report.
Yeah, that's like one of the craziest stories I've ever heard.
Why does he do that? Has she ever given him reason to doubt?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
But like, if I was, that's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Like, I have another person who, like, when he goes to basketball practice, like, he drives Lyft.
Yeah.
Fuck. Damn.
You shouldn't have said that.
I mean, well, look, I'll put it like this. The reason I want to say, because they're probably going to watch, you know what I'm saying? They're like, but look, when I tell this story, nobody knows who I'm talking about. But, like, if they turn their, do you got your location on in your relationship? On your phones?
Not anymore.
Okay. So I think one time he like drove to Alabama to like
Alabama.
Yeah, it was like a $200 Uber ride or Lyft ride or whatever. So he did it. It was like right across the border though. So it was like maybe like an hour and a half like drive, right? He drives him out there. And the dude gave him an extra like $200 cash to take him out there.
Uh-huh.
So he took him out there, but on the way back, I think either his phone died driving back or something like that, where his location cut off, and they blew up. And like
they got in an argument.
Yeah, why your location off?
See, that's probably like one of the turning location off can create so much mayhem, and it sounds so petty and childish, but yeah, it's
What made you turn your location on in the first place?
When a person asks to turn a location on, it comes from a place of doubt. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. It comes from a place of doubt.
Why did you turn it on though?
Oh, why did I turn it on?
Yeah.
I turned it on for personal reasons, but it came from a place where like
Hold up, so did you ask them to turn it on or they asked you to turn it on?
At first I think I asked them. But my reasons were valid. Like, if you were to talk to me and the person, like, they would know. It was valid. So, but even like she didn't mind. She didn't mind at all. Like, we later turned it off because I think it was just creating too much confusion. Yeah. So I was just like, there's no point even like. I mean, we still talk to each other all the time anyway. So like, we know where we're at. So.
I remember I argued with this girl in DMs a long time ago about because I made an Instagram post about my homie's situation. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, if you have that on your, like, y'all shouldn't be in a relationship. So she was like, so you let all these other companies track you, but you're not going to let your girl track you? And I'm like, don't you, they're tracking me for monetary gain in the future.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
reason they're tracking me. And I have it's either don't use Twitter or use Twitter and they track you. Like, that's it. There's no in between, right? And I'm not giving up all my social networks as a content creator for them not to track me. And she was like, well, why would you have to do that? I was like, listen, turning on your location is some shit that you do to a nigga that you don't trust. I'm not one of them guys, so I'm not going to live by their rules.
That's a fact.
You do that to keep a microscope on a moving object you don't trust where it's going.
Yeah, you're right.
And I was like, and it just creates too much confusion, like you said. I was like,
that's right.
So what if I tell you that I'm going to Linux to shoot a video, right?
Yeah.
And we get to Linux, I meet up with my homeboy, and my homeboy realizes I left my battery at my house. So instead of me staying at the mall, I ride with my homeboy back to his house. And you pull up, and I'm not at Linux. I'm in a neighborhood in Marietta. Now, it's gonna warrant unnecessary questions that don't need to be answered or don't need to be asked in the first place.
Yeah. So at that point, a lot of people, I would say, at that first moment when you realize something like that, just do yourself a favor and either set it in stone that this shouldn't be a problem going forward, or you just got to cut it off. because it's gonna become worse. Like
Yeah.
it's inevitable. It's gonna become worse.
She was like, why can't you just text her and tell her that you're going to your homeboy? Like, who? If I have to think to update you where I go,
it's just too much. It's too much thinking. Like, the only reason one should really actually have the location on is for safety.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, there's really no other reason you really. Like, if you're in a relationship, there's really no other reason.
Yeah, like if you go out of town, turn your location on.
Yeah.
That way, like, you get too drunk with your girl, something happened.
Yeah.
At least you have somebody who, like, knows kind of your last whereabouts if
That's
your
right.
friends go off somewhere else.
But it all goes back to trust.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
And then even when you're out of town, I'm probably not going to look at it. I don't want a dude, and it was a Nigerian dude. You know what I'm saying? Nigerian dude told me he used to come shopping dealers all the time.
Yeah.
Like when I first started working there, he had a wife. He was divorcing her when I first started working. He got a new wife. He used to give me like wisdom every time he came in there.
Right.
And he would be like, never go through somebody's phone because like whatever they're doing anyway. Like don't concern your life trying to make sure people are on this path. Because if they want to be on another path and they don't want you to know, you're not going to find out. And if they are on another path, that's their life.
That's
like,
right. That's right.
And that is going to eat them up inside. You just focus on being a good person. And ever since then, before that, I never went through people's phone. But after that, I don't care to watch what you're doing. Like, live your life, bro.
Hold up. What if you hear something about your girl and you have to ask her, but it's something that you may think that is true, but you have to ask her.
Give me an example.
Let's say you find out your girl. I'm gonna keep it really
vague.
Let me think of something that's really detrimental. Let's say you find out she cheated on you, right? Let's say she found out you cheated on you with your homeboy, right? With your homeboy.
Yeah.
And my boy thinking about this. All right, so with your homeboy, and you ask her, and she tells you she didn't, but you have doubt about that just based off of maybe a certain event. Like you guys have already been together for like a year. Would you go through her phone?
No, I wouldn't go through her phone. I don't think I would. I think like probably
you would have to ask him too, though.
Yeah, what I would do is when I hear that, I'm not going to come to her. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to go to him. Mm. I'm gonna wait because I'm a very there, and this is from experience. Yeah. I know this is what I'm doing. Go right. I'm a very spontaneous person in situations. Yeah. But what I've learned to do over time is calm down. Mm-hmm. What is the best way to get to the answer that you're trying to find out? So I would wait. Tell my homeboy, hey, yo, we're about to go to this hookah lounge. Pull up to my crib. We're going to pre-drink. We're going to go to the hookah lounge. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be him, my girl. Because what's impulse is to hit her up. Hey, so why am I hearing blah, blah? It's your first impulse. Sometimes you got to play stuff close to the pocket because there's a way you lay out information to get the information you need. I took a class called negotiations. That class taught me how to do it. And I'll get them in a situation. I'll say, look, I'm going to be honest with y'all, bro. Such and such, you know what I'm saying? Or I heard that something's going on between y'all. Y'all want to tell me why people may be saying that? Yeah. And then I'll have the conversation with them both in person. Because then you can't hide now. Yeah. Because now, like, I know I'm a very observant person. I know your nervous tics. I know when you're lying. I know when you're trying to hide something. My homeboy probably the same thing. So, like, the fact that if I hit her up, she's going to have time to prepare, like, what were we doing, if that was the case, right? But I think I'll just ask them, like, be upfront and real. Why are people saying this? Because, obviously, there's a reason other people think it.
What if it's not your homeboy? What if it's something you don't know? How are you going to move with that? Because in that case, you have to just ask her one-on-one.
Yeah. If it was a situation like that, I would probably hold it close. Mm-hmm. And, like, usually if somebody's going to give you a certain amount of information, they give you some things. So, like, what's it called? And sometimes you got to lie your way into it, right? Or tell half truths. Like, I heard dang, hey, have you ever heard of this restaurant? Blah blah blah.
This guy's
You know what
smart.
I'm saying?
You're
Because now,
smart. You're smart.
if you say you know it, then I have free range to ask you how you know it.
You're smart.
Like, oh yeah, I heard about that. You know what I'm saying? That's why you can't be emotional in those situations. That's why people shouldn't negotiate their own contracts or deals, because a lot of times people get in their emotions and they make decisions based on those emotions.
That's right.
In that sense, hey, you know, have you ever heard of this? Oh yeah, I heard it. You know, well, you ever been there before? Like, oh yeah, no. Well, I'm gonna just be honest with you, bro. Somebody told me that you went here with, oh dude, you know what I'm saying? Do you know why people are saying that? Sometimes you gotta ask open-ended questions because it forces them to give a full answer. Like, did you go to this restaurant with this dude? Isn't a good answer. No, I'm telling you, I didn't. All right. Why are people coming to me and telling me that you was out with this dude or that you went over old boy house? Why is that happening?
Yeah, but as the conversation ends and she sticks with what she says,
I'm gonna know. Like, listen, you're gonna know. And I think a lot of dudes aren't observant. Cause a lot of dudes are bad boys. I'm a great boyfriend, and part of me being a great boyfriend is me being able to observe the things that make you uncomfortable and comfortable over the course of time. So I'm gonna know way before like the conversation gets to its conclusion. And once I make up my mind,
it's
like if by the end of that conversation I make up my mind that you did do it, it's just no, because I don't want to move forward because one, you didn't maneuver yourself in life enough to keep me comfortable, right? Like, I'm a type of person, if I go out and I have a situation, there was a time I was in Miami, right? Yeah. And I didn't drink that much, but I couldn't remember. Yeah. And I told her, as soon as I was on my way back from I called her and said, look, this is what happened. I don't remember between 12:30 and 7 a.m. when I walked back into the hotel. Yeah. I don't know what happened. People left me at 2:30. I don't know who I was with. You know what I'm saying? So there's no shadow of a doubt if something comes up that I told you about this.
Communication.
Right? Yeah, communication is everything.
Everything.
If I'm out with somebody, yo, I was at this place, this girl tried to talk to me. That way, if somebody there says, yo, he was trying to talk to old girl. Yep. You already know. Sometimes it may make them uncomfortable. I'm gonna give you as much information as you need. You know what I'm saying? That if something from what I do in life spills over and is miscommunicated, you'll be like, nah, that nigga told me about that already.
Yeah, there's nothing worse with finding out from someone else versus the person that you are with, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's you. Yeah.
And girls know me. The girls I date know me. They know I'm not doing nothing. Yeah. Like, it be times I'm focused on work and they want to talk to me and I don't even. This is where I am right now. Yeah. Right? Yeah. So you know how I function, and if you don't believe me, that's fine. Now other people can't speak for them as much, right? But I'm gonna know if you're lying, if you're not. I'm gonna know when you're trying to hold something back. Yeah. If you, all right, so. Oh, well, it was just a friend. Because eventually, if you sit inside, because a lot of people.
Silence is powerful.
Exactly. So a lot of people, they try to argue. So if you just sit there and think, be quiet, ask them and you think about it, silence is going to cause that person to keep talking. People feel uncomfortable with silence.
That's right.
Right? That's especially in a situation like that. So if I say, you know what I'm saying? So why are people telling me this? Well, I don't know. I've heard of that restaurant, but I heard it from blah, 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 and I don't even know who this person is. And you just sit there. Well, I mean, what happened? I feel like he hit me up and I didn't think it was going to be such a big thing. Then you ask a question like, so why if you didn't think this was going to, why wouldn't you just have told me about it, right? Because if I was going to go do something, I would have told you, because that's what people in a relationship do. Like,
what happens is the story will start one way, then it will change. And that's what you call prevaricate, which is basically sugarcoating. You're not telling the full story. And then, so, it makes sense. Yeah. It makes sense.
But, that's the only thing. If somebody came to me with something like that, I would address it. You know what I'm saying?
That's the smartest thing to do. That's the smartest way to maneuver.
Yeah. There be times people post stuff on Instagram, and I used to be a very impulsive person, right? let me figure out what's going on right now. Sometimes you just got to play back. Because the one time I jumped earlier in the relationship and I didn't get the information that I wanted to get.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, that was the wrong way to play it because they're playing defense.
Yeah.
If I wait and ask you, so when such and such, blah, blah, where did you go after you went to that party?
Yeah.
And now there's no defense now.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna make, when I go out, I'm gonna make sure there's no story. There's no way anybody could paint this story
or fabricate it.
Back.
Yeah. It's all about strategic and being poised, which a lot of people, some know how to do, some don't. But yeah, that's smart.
I think it's the world, especially being a content creator. I feel like it's the world versus me and my partner. I told somebody in my last podcast, I said I spent too much time finding girlfriends and not enough time finding partners.
Facts.
Right? So your partner is gonna look at it like, when I go outside, I'm gonna make sure the world looks at us in a certain light, and there can be no crack in that, even if we're apart.
She is a reflection of you as you are a reflection of her.
Yeah.
Unity.
Yep.
Yeah, entwine everything.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
But how would you approach it if somebody told you that?
Exact same way.
Okay. Yeah.
Exact same way. What you said? Exact same way. Because why? Like you said, you don't want them to get to a point where, or a situation where, like, they have time to react or not react, but like plan out how they're gonna tell or do certain things, right? You want to come 100% prepared, right? Because once you know or have an idea, you have things in play. So whichever move she makes, you're gonna counteract that. Boom, boom. No matter what, it's like playing chess. Yeah. You know how to play chess. You know how to kill the queen, king, whatever. It's over with.
That's facts, though. But tell everybody where they can find you before you head up out of here.
Oh, yeah. So y'all can find me on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. That's all the same. The IFYs, THEIFYS. And all my social media handles are the same, like I said. And I appreciate you having me, bro. I really
appreciate
respect
you pulling up.
I really respect what you got going on, man.
Thank
the
you.
podcast is definitely different and definitely insightful, and
thank you.
Number of respect, man. Number of respect.
Yeah, but y'all make sure y'all follow him. I will link it down below. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe on this video. This video will be, or the audio will be on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, all of that great stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's coming. The link tree will be in the People of Atlanta Instagram pretty soon once I go live. So y'all make sure y'all follow the Instagram. That will be linked down below also. But until the next time we see y'all, we out of here. Peace.